Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this little bonus video where we are going to be playing with the new Glamlite and Rick and Morty collection. This arrived at my doorstep about 30 minutes ago and I'm super excited to be diving in. I even put on my neon green top because there is a neon green shadow in here and we're going to be trying to use that today, so I was hoping for a matching moment right here. So let's just dive in, let's swatch all of this, let's see what this is all about. I am very intrigued. So I did get sent this as PR, and this collection is available right now at the Glamlite website, and if you use the code Angelica, you will get 15% off the Glamlite website. I will leave all the info down below in the description box. This collection also is available for shipping right now. Normally with Glamlite, there's big capital letters saying that this is a pre-order, this will ship in this and this many weeks, but with this collection, there is a big message saying that this will ship immediately. So this is not a pre-order, so if you were interested in anything in this collection, it is supposed to be shipping out right now. So let's just jump in, okay? I'm not super familiar with Rick and Morty. My husband has been watching this show a bit. I don't know if he's a super fan of the show, but I see him watch it every now and then. I've seen a couple of episodes, but it's not a show that I'm I don't really know the main plot. I don't really know that much about it. It's in the similar veins of American Dad or Simpsons or Family Guy. It's that kind of a humor. That's all I got for you. Honestly, I don't know much about this show, but I do know that it has a little bit of a scientific, I think the grandpa is a scientist. And if you didn't know, my husband works in science, so this is a beaker. I think that's what you call it in English. I called it ekolv, and my husband was telling me the English name, and it was super, super long, and I was not doing that. This is a setting spray. Glamlite has never had a setting spray before. I love that they put it in this little beaker thing. Let's see how this is. It's a little aggressive. Oh my god, my arm is not long enough for this aggressive sprayer. I think you can see that I'm it almost turned into X-rated. That's where I'm at. Maybe a little bit of an aggressive sprayer. Not really scented, it just smells like fresh ingredients. I do want to put on some highlighter. I actually did film a look before this and I just took off the eyeshadow, and I'm gonna probably put that live tomorrow. I played with the new Lunar Beauty and Los Angeles collection. So this is the highlighter palette. I love this packaging. Small, it's slim, and the packaging, the unicorn, has the same as the inner part of the packaging. I love that. This is a highlighter trio, and it seems like these are duochrome colored highlighters. Seems like a blue to a purple, a peach to a pink, and I'm guessing a peach to a purple from what I can see right here. You're gonna be able to see it a little bit more in the swatches. I do love a good colored highlighter, and I think we're gonna play with this pinky one here in the middle. Or maybe I should be using, I don't know. Let's do that one. Let's play with that. So this shade is called Cosmos, and this is very, very, very intense. Super intense. I can't see it from the side, and I definitely can see the duochrome because I see the peach here and then the pink when I put it towards the light. It's very, very blinding, and it does seem a little, I can see the sparkle particles, but it's definitely not glittery, but it's not a subtle lit from within kind of a formula, but that is really beautiful. Love this packaging. Love everything about this. This is cute. This is cool. 3 different shades. Honestly, I think that's a winner. There's also 2 lip kits, and there's one lip kit that is a purple. The lip kits come per usual in these kind of boxes that Glamlite usually does, and the purple one is called Rick's Hologram Lip Kit, and again, I don't know the inside jokes or the references. I honestly don't think I'm gonna be actually swatching this one. I'm gonna keep this and try and give it away instead. So we're only gonna be using this one that's called Accelerated Time. Again, I have no idea about what episode this is, but it seems like the kid, but it's really jacked up. I have no idea again. So let's use this one. It has a really pretty orange, but I'm not 100% sure if this is an orange because when I open it, it seemed a little bit more Yeah, maybe like a mix between these colors is definitely darker. I will say this is a little... I did not expect this color to be this pinky leaning with that like warm orangey kind of a packaging. And this one seems like a bronze. It seems like a bronze gold. Oh, that's metallic. That's a very bronzy metallic lip gloss. Honestly, this is a pretty lip color. That's really pretty. It's more metallic than what I usually go for, but you know what? I kind of like how that looks. I like it. It's really pretty. Okay, last thing. And this is probably like the big piece. And this is the big eyeshadow palette. It's a 30 shade palette. And it does have a nice front. There's like, you can see there's a little race on this one. And on the inside, there is a mirror with Rick and Morty. And this is a big palette. And this is a rainbow palette that is leaning very bright. This actually reminds me a little bit of the Lethal Cosmetics Player One or One Up palette. I don't know exactly which one that was, but I'll pop up a picture of that one as soon as the swatches are done. But what I'm really enjoying about this palette is how bright it is. It is like a very bright, almost leaning, almost neon rainbow palette. So if you were looking for a rainbow palette that's super, super bright and almost like 80s colors, there's not necessarily a red in here, but there is a couple of pinks. But I am enjoying how bright this is. And this is the green that I was talking about. I'm thinking what I'm really inspired with in this palette is this corner right here. And I'm kind of thinking that we're going to try and do something green and orange and just incorporate a little bit of the black. Also something that I'm really enjoying with this that Glamlite usually does not do. And it's usually the one thing that I'm always like complaining about. I hope I put up a picture here so you can see how it looks next to the Lethal Cosmetics. Did you see it? Did you see it? Okay, let's take it down again. There are two super light shimmers in here. I always love when there's a light matte as well, but usually Glamlite does really dark and mid-tone colors, but they never do any pastels or really light shimmers. But this one has two light shimmers. Loving that. So yeah, let's zoom in and let's dig into this palette. I think we're gonna start with this color here in the bottom. That's called, oh, these are not named. You know what? I don't mind that. Sometimes I like a name on a shade, but I don't need it. And with this big of a palette, I kind of enjoy that they didn't force it to just name it something. I don't hate that. So let's dive in. I feel like here you can see as well the highlighter. I mean, it's definitely not sparkly or glittery, but if I get even closer than this, I can see some of the specks, but like overall, it's a pretty finely milled highlighter, so I definitely don't want to like describe it as like sparkly or chunky. That's definitely not what it is at all. It's a very blinding highlighter. That is what it is. Okay, so I am gonna do an EO2. This is my hair. This is an EO2. This is from Cinch Beauty, which is my own brush brand, and I'm doing that bright orange. And we are just gonna pop that out here. I'm excited. I have high expectations for this makeup look, and I am just gonna work in different, what do you call it? Not layers. In Sweden, I would call it a top. I really don't know the English word for that, which happens sometimes, but stages maybe. Yeah, stages. I'm gonna do this in different stages, and we're starting with orange, and I'm just doing it half eye, I think. Yeah, half eye. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe a little bit more than half eye. With the same brush, I'm gonna use that peachy shade that was like above it, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of that on the edge, just to blend this out ever so little, because I don't want this to be like super harsh. And then I'll go back with that orange on top again, just to make sure that we're not losing that, but I just don't want to have a super sharpy edge. This is the bright orange again. Okay, so what I would like to do, there is a matte black in this palette. It's right here. I think we're gonna use that one. This is an EO2, and I'm just using a little bit of that, and we are just gonna use this in small. You can see I'm not packing it on. I'm just using a little bit to deepen up. Oh, this is pigmented. To deepen up the outer corner, but without taking over the orange. Something like that. Maybe a little bit more, just here. Okay, I'm really feeling how this look is turning out. What I'm gonna do right now is that I'm gonna use this. Okay, can you see this one in the inner part of my crease? And then I'm gonna use this one mixed with this one on my lower lash line. And then we're gonna do some, what was this? Then we're gonna do some shimmers. I'm doing the bright neon green. Oh yes, that. Don't tell me this isn't a nice combo. And then I love that I'm showing you this shoulder that doesn't have the top, and with this top, come on, you don't get to tell me that that is not a killer combo. I love that they put these shades next to each other in the palette, because it just immediately, okay, let me rephrase because I am making zero sense. I love when I see a palette for the first time and I immediately am drawn to a color combo that I cannot wait to wear on my eyes. And that's how I felt with this palette. And there's actually, now that I look at this palette, there are several things I would like to do with this palette. I'm really enjoying how bright this is. It's really bright. It's really fun. I love how they put out the shades so that it's like a gradient. Really, really enjoying that. I think I'm liking this color story more than I like the big Scooby-Doo palette. I have a feeling that I'm going to be reaching into this palette a bit. I just kind of wish that this palette also had two more like pastel-y masks, just at least one, a couple, you know me, just something to put in my inner corner as well. Because but that's just me. I'm being selfish. I want that because I love that. And of course, I'm not forcing anyone to have the same makeup aesthetic as I do, but like, it doesn't mean that I can't say what I would like. Okay, let me do this on the inner part as well. And then let's do that like dark green. I feel like this green is just gonna tie it together without me having to put the orange or the black on the lower lash line, but still just something that is dark so that it all just works together. Right? I'm a big fan. I think it looks spectacular. It's time for some shimmers, and we're gonna do the orange and we're gonna do this green. So we're gonna try both of them. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of that green on the lower lash line too, but let's start with the orange one. And I can use this sprayer. And let's spritz, preferably on the shadow. And let's use that a little bit out here. Yeah, now I can smell it. It definitely smells just a little fresh. A little sparkle moment out here. And this is the green shade. And let's put that next to it on the lid. Ooh, I love that color. That is a really nice green. I love how that is working together. Let us see if we can do a little bit of that under the eyes as well. Ooh, just where these meet. Can you see anything? Can you see anything? That looks great, right? I think that this looks really good. I haven't done a liner in a long time. Let me do a winged liner, actually. I'm trying to reach one. Hello! I'm gonna do this from benefit. I'm feeling like a liner would be nice. Something like that, but not as crooked. I'm just gonna dig into this Stone and Rock palette. I use this one quite a lot, honestly. Let me see if I can just clean off the green from this EO1. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of white in my inner corners. I'm trying to do as low as possible because I don't want this to like take over the look, but I do like something. So I think something like that. I think that looks really good. And I'm gonna use this crayon from Natasha Denona. This is the Macrotech Eye Crayon in Camu. Camu. Twice. That's not two. Twice. I think that worked really good with this look and helped tie in even more with the top that I have going on. So that is the finished look. I will say easily my favorite part of this collection is the palette. I kind of thought when I saw this, because this was revealed after I filmed my new makeup releases that would up this Friday, well yesterday. So this was revealed afterwards and I looked at it quickly and I was like, oh, it's a rainbow palette. But this is probably one of the brightest, almost neon leaning rainbow palettes that I have. It is very, very bright and very inspiring. And if you love bright colors like me, I do think that this has a lot of things that's really nice. And I mean, I'm loving the look that I'm having on. It's so pretty and it was so easy to work with these shadows. So I am very, very impressed. The spray, there's nothing wrong with it. The sprayer is a little attacky. I think the beaker itself is what's making it the most intriguing. When it comes to the lip sets, I mean, I'm wearing this one today and it is super pretty, even prettier than I thought it was gonna be. This is a very metallic lip gloss. It's a very nice formula. Glamlite does really nice like lip formulas, but I was kind of thinking it was going to be orange, and this is the second time in a row that Glamlite is releasing a lip product in an orange packaging that's actually not orange. So maybe third time's the charm. This one, I've only looked at it. I haven't swatched it because like immediately I saw it and I'm like, I'm not going to use that. I don't do berry lips that often. I'm gonna say like close to never. So I'm just gonna like, I just took a B-roll without swatching this one. So I'm just gonna put it back in the packaging and I will give this away to someone in the future. The highlighter palette has the cutest packaging. I love slim, nice packaging like this. And if you like colored highlighters, I do think you're really gonna enjoy them. It is not a super chunky formula, but definitely is a very in your face highlighter formula. It's very blinding, and these can definitely be used as eye toppers or inner corner highlights as well. Overall, I think this is a really, really nice collection. Will say, and this is just me giving some final thoughts at the end. Even though the quality is beautiful, I really enjoy the color story of this palette. It's a rainbow palette, but damn, this is a bright rainbow palette and I am enjoying that. There has been a lot of rapid fire releases from Glamlite, and I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna keep this speed for the rest of the year, because like having one collab a month, sometimes more, is a lot. And also there has been quite a lot of collabs that's been an eyeshadow palette, a cheek palette, and lip sets, and I'm not saying that I want to see something else because what they're releasing is good, but I would like them to push the envelope maybe a little bit more, or to kind of maybe release something that's not a collab. I would love to see that for a change as well, because like Glamlite has really good ideas on their own as well. Okay, that was everything for this video. Let me know if you picked this up. Let me know what you think about this collection. And like I said, if you like bright colors, I definitely think that this palette would be super fun for you. And I will see you again, I think actually tomorrow, for a new video. Bye!